When we were young, our summer camp was the backyard. We were kicked out of the house shortly after breakfast, and we'd gather up neighborhood friends, and then we roamed, off-leash, totally off-leash. At around noon, we'd wander into someone's house for a snack, so we didn't starve. A nutritious snack, ice cream pressed between cookies, fried squash blossoms sprinkled with confectioner's sugar, or butterflies, which were saltines coated with peanut butter and fluffernutter, and Kool-Aid for a drink. Then we were sent back outside and told to stay out till they called us home or the street lights came on. I grew up in Columbia County when it was still agricultural and somewhat industrial place. Our only organized activities were swimming lessons at the local pond and the annual pet contest at the playground, where a pet cricket was as likely to win as a dog. That playground had monkey bars with a cement pad underneath. Yet dirt is soft, cement is not. We quickly learned not to fall on our heads. So we were on our own, inventing our own forms of amusement. They varied but often involved dirt and digging. For instance, my sister Norma and our best friend Nancy and I would dig in the yard and try to reach China, where we assumed we'd walk upside down with cone-shaped hats. But then, one day, Nancy stopped us and said, if we dig too deep, we might reach hell. What then? We were Catholic girls. We stopped digging. We made soup instead by mixing dirt and weeds and water and spinning the mixture around the wheels of our bicycles until we had, soup. Much safer. Our summers also involved excursions on our bikes to a local quarry to dig in rocky soil for fossils. This was totally illegal, but we found a lot of fossils and imagined all the secret lives that they held, spinning endless stories about them. We also rescued baby birds that fell out of their nests, which we tried to revive with Wonder Bread and milk. Right? Note, baby birds don't thrive on Wonder Bread and milk. They invariably died, and we'd have elaborate funerals with well-decorated coffins made of shoe boxes, and we'd bury them. More digging. Periodically, we'd try to dig up Myrtle, our pet turtle, who was buried the previous year, to see if she was bones, or a fossil maybe. We never found her. But perhaps because of Myrtle, our attention was captured by the headless snapping turtle in our garage. Little explanation here. My father was a hunter and a fisherman, and he fed his family on what he caught. That particular year, he caught a snapper, which he hung headless in the garage until it was ready for my mother to make, soup. We weren't allowed in the garage unsupervised, but, headless snapper, irresistible. So we crept into the garage very quietly. We approached the snapper carefully. Then Nancy poked me and said, touch it. My sister joined in. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. I was the youngest. I had to prove myself. I moved closer and closer. I tapped the shell with the tip of my finger, and immediately that snapper reached out its claw and swiped at me. Headless, dead for days, it took a swipe at me. We ran screaming from the garage and collapsed in the yard, breathless with fear and exhilaration. We had met the beast, and yet we lived. At some primal level, what I learned at Camp Can You Dig It was the following. 1, dirt holds secrets, and they're fascinating. 2, don't fall off the monkey bars on your head. 3, life goes far beyond our small thoughts. So stay curious. Keep digging.